Shalom. Welcome to GMS Gals on the Streets. Want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles, great millstone, taught me his word in sincerity and in truth, and who rule well and are still on the highways and byways, pushing this word all the way to the end, even unto death. Salutations to all the Akim, fellow yokesmen, yoke fellows out there who are doing the same all throughout the world. This is Elder Soccer Run from the GMS New York camp. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified of any new videos that I put up. If you currently watch my shows and you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. So as I've been saying, keep your eyes on Iran and the situation that's been forming out there between Iran and the U.S. This is not small beans. This is definitely if Iran and the U.S. lock horns, this is gonna bring in other nations too, also get involved like Russia, China, and keep major key players on the military forefront to get involved, which can possibly, turn out to be a bigger ordeal, which we hope. So we know that the Middle East is a hotbed of war, and it is prophesied in the Bible. Okay, it's where the last war, the last conflict, so to speak, of man will take place before the Lord brings in his chosen people back to their land, which is Israel, who we are. We are the lost tribes of the nation of Israel. So this article on RT caught my eye. I'm gonna read the article and go into a couple of scriptures. Title of this article is Iran showcases massive underground bunker and launch of a missile in a new video. Keep in mind, these are the ancient Persians. Okay, they once ruled the world at one point. All right, they had they had us, the Israelites, under them, as well as other nations under them. Okay, and they ruled. They were on the top at one point. They took down the the ancient Babylonian Empire. All right, and so they ruled at one point. So now they're showing their muscles, man, right? The beating of their plowshares into swords, and you're looking at their swords right now. One guy here is pushing a sword right now, a modern day sword, which is thermonuclear missiles. Okay. So it reads, Tehran has revealed a large and secretive underground facility designed to safely store its missile arsenal and apparently to launch the projectiles as well, should the need arise, and the need will arise. The video, it has a video, and I'll play it after I read this one paragraph here. It says the video features a missile storage bunker at an obviously undisclosed location, as well as pre-launch maintenance and blast-off of a, I believe it's a Qaem-1 missile. The projectile has been in service since 2010 and is said to have an operational range of some 750 kilometers. I'm going to play the video right now. So there you have it. All right, you just saw a video with showing you an underground bunker that have these missiles um that can that are excuse me uh capable of launching nuclear warheads. Okay, so what's happening here is exactly what Yahushua said, man. Wars and rumors of wars, you know. So um Iran, they serious, you know. Trump is messing around with a or with a venomous snake, and that snake can bite. All right, it has some deadly poison. So like I said, we have to keep our eyes peeled on current events that are dealing with war. All right, and that could tie in with prophecy, and this is definitely it. It says the video was quietly released last week, yet caught the attention of the online crowd only on Friday, meaning today. The bunker, full of missiles and their warheads, looks quite old school. It's a long, vast tunnel, presumably bored under a mountain. The entrance to the storage area is protected by a heavy glass door that is decorated in quite some style. There are portraits of Iranian leaders on the sides, an Israeli flag uh, to drive over, and the "Death to Israel" slogan right before the entrance. The video then shows servicemen taking a missile's frame and a warhead from stock and carefully assembling them into a combat-ready projectile, then mounting it on a launch vehicle. The last few seconds of the video briefly show the missile launch, though it's quite hard to tell if this section actually features the same location. It says, it says, back in February, Iran released rare footage of its missile factory located within a whole underground city. It was not immediately clear whether this new video was shot at the same location or somewhere else. Iran's missile program has been repeatedly criticized in the West, which has urged the country to stop testing and expanding its arsenal. Tehran, however, has maintained that the missiles are needed solely for defensive purposes, and the whole program cannot become the subject of any negotiations. Now, I've been harping on this, and I just have to keep on going to the same prophecy. I mean, there's many prophecies, but the one in mind that I like to always go to, or have been going to lately, uh, is Joel, the third chapter, and I'll start from the top. This is the book of Joel in the Holy Bible, the third chapter, beginning at the first verse, and it reads, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah," which that's talking about the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Today, they will be known as the so-called Negroes, the so-called Haitians. I'm sorry, the so-called West Indians, and the so-called Haitians today. All right, they make up the southern kingdom of Judah, of the nation of Israel, and Jerusalem. All right, and Jerusalem represents the other tribes. Okay, Ephraim and the other tribes. So-called Latinos. so-called Native American Indians. All right, so-called Seminole Indians and Native American Indians. Okay, they represent the rest of the tribes. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Now, the valley of Jehoshaphat represents the Middle East. Okay, all that area now where all these skirmishes are happening at, you know, um, including Israel, from Israel all the way to Iraq, you know, Iran, all the way to, you know, hell, back to the land of Israel. That whole, what they call the Fertile Crescent. Okay, um, that's the area. All right, that the Most High has chosen to bring on this great and last war of the nations. And I will gather all nations, and I believe that this is happening now. The gathering of the nations and their militaries is happening now in the Middle East. Oh yeah, Syria, right? Syria is they've been in Syria. Okay, it says, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat." Jehoshaphat in Hebrew is Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Most High has judged, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, or Yasharala, the real Israel, not the Israel that now, not with those damn Edomites there. Some of the real Israelites, right? The so-called Negroes, the so-called West Indians, Puerto Ricans, so-called Latinos, and Native American Indians. Those are the lost tribes of the nation of Israel. All right. It says, uh, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, and that's exactly who parted the land of the Most High, the heathen, but mainly the Edomites. They're up in there right now. Okay. Uh, present day till present day. They parted the land. They're all up in there, right before our faces, man. You know, calling themselves Israeli. Now, in the Bible, there ain't no such thing as no damn Israeli. Okay, Israeli is not a nationality. Jewish is not a nationality. In fact, the real Jews are the so-called black man, right? Black people here, in the land of America. To be Jewish means really that you come from the tribe of Judah. And them so-called those so-called Jewish people in Israel today, they are not the real Jews, right? They are imposters. They merely took upon themselves the label. All right, that's it, and that's as far. They are the Shemitic Hebrew Edomites. That's who they really are. Okay, but they're playing the imposter. They're doing they're imposters right now. So anyway, it says uh verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine, and they that they might drink. They did that during slavery here in the land of America. Okay, when they had us in slavery, that's what they did. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your head, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. Right? It's talking about the Hamites, right? Selling us um selling us unto the so-called white man, who are the Grecians. According to the Bible, they are the Edomites. Okay. At one point in history, um, or let me say, one of their greatest empires, first empire, uh, for them, um, to rule. That when they were ruling, what were they call themselves? The Greeks, the Greek Empire. Okay, beginning with Alexander the Great, right? So called Great. Um, so that's what the Mosai is saying. So that's why these Hamites. That's we're not Hamites. In the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have the children of Tyre and Zidon, which are Canaanites. All right, Hamites. We're gonna have them in slavery. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. And that's what happened, right? By way of slave ships. Okay. Um it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. Right. And that's what the Lord's doing now. The Lord's raising us um out of the place where they have sold us, which is here in the land of America, Babylon the Great. And he's raising us up by his holy word and by his holy prophets and teachers. Okay, out there doing the ministry, out on the streets. Okay, that's how the Lord's raising us up, and will return your recompense upon your head. Meaning the Lord's gonna give those Hamites a payback for what they have done. But now, not only them, but also the Edomites that put us in slavery, right? Eighth verse, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the land of the children of Judah. That's gonna be in the kingdom, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, and that's why I'm showing you. I showed you that video right there dealing with Iran. They are prepared for war, and they are prepared to lock horns with the United States if need be. Okay, it says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war wake up. I'm sorry. Let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and that's what I was showing you. Pretty much, you know, um, those military personnel that you seen there, um, handling those missiles. At one point, they were probably just farm boys, man, farm hands or whatever, that went into the military, man. You know, um, and it says, tenth verse. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So brothers, like I said, keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on Iran and the situation that will be unfolding with that. and with them, all right, between them and the United States. So with that, this has just been a sort of like a breaking news, and what's going on. So this is Elder Sakaran once again signing off. Shalom.